Good evening and welcome to the organizational meeting for the Penfield Town Board. I would like to wish everyone a Happy New Year. As you have guessed, there are some new faces up here at the table. I'm Marie Cinti. I'm the new town supervisor taking over for Tony LaFountain. And we also have to my left, Candace Lee, our new town board member, who is taking Andy Moore's position. Would you please rise and join us all in the Pledge to Allegiance? Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, and Amy, would you call the roll, please?
Cinti.
Here.
Draw.
Here.
Cole.
Here.
Lee.
Here.
Ockenden.
Here.
Great, thank you very much. Our first order of business is communication and announcements. You'll find that this organizational meeting has just a lot of things that we are approving just to continue on the services of government. It's rather straightforward. But one of the first things we do is the supervisor makes some appointments. As approved for New York State law, I will make the following appointments and assignments at the special town board organizational meeting on Wednesday, January 5th, 2022. For Deputy Town Supervisor for a period ending June 30th, 2022, I appoint Debbie Draw. For a 2-year term ending December 31st, 2023, Confidential Admin Lisa Grosser, Town Attorney Richard Horowitz, Town Historian Kathy Knauer, and our Tax Receiver Christina Lysak. The following town board committees will be established at the organizational meeting with the chairperson as indicated. Community Services, Linda Cole. Law and Finance, Debbie Draw. Public Safety, Bob Ockenden. And Public Works, Candace Lee. The following town board liaison to other boards and organizations are effective for 2022. Ambulance, Bob Ockenden. Board of Assessment Review, Marie Cinti. Community TV, Candace Lee. Conservation Board, Debbie Draw. Energy and Environment Advisory Committee, myself. Fire Districts, Bob Ockenden. Friends of Dayton Corners Schoolhouse, Linda Cole. Health and Wellness Committee, myself. Historic Preservation Board, Linda Cole. We have 2 registered homeowners associations, the Ellens Creek Homeowners Association and the East Penfield Homeowners Association, and all board members are liaisons with those groups. For Justice Courts, the liaison will be Candace Lee. Library Board, Linda Cole. Local History Room Advisory Board, Linda Cole. Monroe County Sheriff, Marie Cinti. New York State Police, Marie Cinti. Penfield Business Chamber, Marie Cinti. Penfield Little League, Candace Lee. Penfield Symphony Orchestra, Linda Cole. Penfield Youth Council, Bob Ockenden. Planning Board, myself. For the school districts, it will be both Linda Cole and myself. All town board reps are liaisons to our senior citizens. Transportation Committee, Debbie Draw. Veterans Organizations, Bob Ockenden. Watershed Management, Debbie Draw. And Zoning Board, myself. And I'd like to turn to the town clerk now to read her appointments.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Supervisor. As provided for in New York State town law, I will make the following appointment and assignment. For 1-year term, Deputy Town Clerk Susan M. Scheid.
Thank you very much.
Madam Supervisor?
Yes?
I also have another communication.
Okay.
The Shepherd Home will be hosting a casino night fundraiser at Artisan Works, 565 Blossom Road, on Friday, February 11th from 6 to 10 p.m. All proceeds will benefit the Shepherd Home. Early bird tickets are on sale now through January 10th. Each ticket includes admission, entertainment, refreshments, and hors d'oeuvres. Both Artisan Works and Shepherd Home will be following New York State mandates and CDC guidelines. To purchase tickets and for more information, please visit www.shepherdhome.org or call 585-381-0890. You may also contact me with any questions at 340-8629.
Thank you very much. I would turn to the other board members. Candace? No?
None, thank you.
No.
Nicole?
No announcements, Madam Supervisor?
None tonight, thank you.
Okay. I do have one that was, I'd like to bring up the fact that we are now collecting taxes. Because of the state of COVID, I believe there were about 4,000 plus positive cases today. We do want to offer as many options as possible for people not to have to come and do things in person. So I just want to go over the 5 ways to pay for your school taxes. For the taxes. You can mail your payment check, money order, or cashier's check payable to Christina Lysak, receiver of taxes, to the tax office, 3100 Atlantic Avenue, Penfield, New York, 14526. And a receipt will be mailed if requested. You can drop your payment check, money order, or cashier's check, please no cash, in the secure town lockbox located outside the east entrance of the town hall building. And again, a receipt will be mailed if requested. You can also pay online with a credit card. And you can pay at www.paylocalgov.com, payment select entity 876. If you pay with a credit card, there will be a 2.45% service charge. You can pay online with a credit card at monroecounty.gov. You can also come to our office. Please do wear a mask, and we do encourage you to use one of the options above so that you don't have to come in if you don't want to. Okay. The last announcement I have is I was requested to read something from the Penfield Art Association. The Penfield Art Association is having their winter art show and sale, which opens January 31st. The exhibition of paintings by area artists will be on display in the annual Penfield Art Association Winter Show and Sale at Barnes & Noble. This is the Pittsford store location. The exhibit opens Monday, January 31st and runs until Saturday, February 26th. And there'll be an opening reception taking place from 7 to 8:45 on February 2nd. The show is open during Barnes & Noble stores daily. Okay. And nothing else? All right. We'll turn next to public participation. And in keeping with past practice, there will be 2 opportunities to address the board, one right now and one at the end of the meeting. There are 3 ways to participate. The first is in person. The second is you can call at 340-8771, or you can go to penfield.org. Amy, Town Clerk, is there anyone who has signed up to speak?
No.
Okay, is there anyone in the audience who would like to address the board? Seeing none, let me just check the meeting call-in. I see nothing on the phone and nothing online. Okay. Are there any additions or deletions to the agenda?
No, Madam.
Okay, thank you. And next is our approval of minutes. The board has the minutes of November 17th, 2021 and December 1st, 2021 before them. I would entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve both sets of minutes from November 17th and December 1st, 2021.
Okay,
I'll second that.
great. Motion by Bob Ockenden, second by Councilperson Debbie Draw. Is there any discussion? May I have a roll call vote?
Cinti,
Aye.
Draw,
Aye.
Cole,
Aye.
Lee,
Aye.
Ockenden,
Aye.
5 ayes.
Terrific, thank you very much. Moving towards petitions on our agenda. Would the town clerk, town board members, or town attorney have received any petitions?
No, ma'am.
No? Okay. And seeing none, we will move to resolutions by function. All right, starting with law and finance. Madam Town Clerk.
Okay. Madam Supervisor, I will read a number of the resolutions, their titles, before a vote. Number 1, 22T-1, adoption of town board rules and procedures for 2022. Number 2, reaffirming Town of Penfield's core values. 3, adoption of wage and salary schedule and appointment of officials and employees for 2022. 4, authorization for supervisor to execute small contracts. 5, Town of Penfield policy book revisions. Number 6, banking arrangements for the Town of Penfield for 2022. Number 7, authorization for town supervisor to sign a professional service contract with BME Associates for environmental services. Number 8, naming of a survey consultant to the Town of Penfield. Number 9, setting holidays for non-union employees for 2022. Number 10, setting holidays for union employees for 2022. Number 11, naming of the labor relations consultant to the Town of Penfield. Number 12, setting rate for reimbursement of mileage. 13, monthly reports to town board. 14, designation of official newspapers for 2022. 15, town membership in various organizations for 2022. Number 16, continuation of petty cash and cash drawer funds. Number 17, setting 2022 salary for chairs and members of the Planning, Zoning, Conservation, and Historic Preservation Boards. Number 18, authorize the town supervisor to sign contractual agreement with Bremen Post 1220 of the American Legion. Number 19, authorize the supervisor to sign lease agreement with the Eastside Area Annex. Number 20, bonding of town officials and employees. 21, authorization to sign contracts with court stenographer. 22, authorization for contract for legal services. Number 23, authorization for supervisor to execute change orders. Number 24, appointments to the Ethics Board. 25, appointment of town clerk as marriage officer. 26, naming SRF and Associates as consultant for traffic analysis projects. 27, naming of GIS support services by MRB Group to the Town of Penfield. 28, naming of transportation consultant Barton and LaJudas, PC, to the Town of Penfield. 29, authorization to settle North Forest Properties 3, LLC, tax certiorari proceedings. Number 30, authorization for supervisor to sign an engagement letter with Hurwitz and Fine, PC. That's it for now.
So moved, I'd like to move that.
Second.
Please.
I second that.
Thank you, Madam Supervisor. Though many of these are housekeeping that we do every year when at our organizational meeting, there's one that I really would like to have read into the record, and that's reaffirming number 2 that we have, reaffirming the Town of Penfield's core values. And I'd like to read that so everyone is aware and knows what the important work we're doing here in the town. The Town of Penfield has a long history of fundamental beliefs that include the sharing of information and knowledge and being a leader and an innovator. Everyone working together as a team to address the residents' concerns as best as possible. So first on this is our maintaining a safe and a healthy environment for all. The town board's top priority is maintaining a safe and healthy environment for all the residents of Penfield, town employees, and visitors to Penfield. When public health and safety issues arise, we're going to monitor those involving information and directives from all lead agencies. We're going to ask residents and employees to monitor factual updates and follow directives from lead agencies. During any event that would threaten public health or safety, we will follow the facts, share the facts, and make necessary legislative declarations and use all available communication to notify the public as best as we can. We are also, second, standing for rightful and fair justice for all. The Penfield Town Board remains firm in its commitment against all forms of racism, discrimination, and abuse of power against our community members. As town leaders, we all agree we continue our steadfast commitment to stand for rightful and fair justice for all. Senseless acts of violence towards any individual, group, or organization by any individual, group, or organization should never be tolerated. We continue to denounce any discrimination, and any violence against any members of our community. We stand for our neighbors, our family members, our friends in Penfield, who should not fear for their lives based on the color of their skin, culture, religious beliefs, sexual orientation, gender, physical or mental health, or any other facets of their identity. Our community is enriched by all of our residents. We value and we support a culture of inclusion and diversity in Penfield, for that helps our understanding of each other in our world. We must all stand united against discrimination and bigotry in all fronts. And third, we will continue our tradition of fiscal responsibility. The town board is committed to upholding Penfield's reputation of outstanding fiscal discipline and accountability to all the taxpayers. The financial world consistently recognizes Penfield as one of the most fiscal responsible towns in New York State. For decades under town leadership, they've exercised financial discipline through rigorous annual budget process that includes a conservative 5-year outlook that helps our town prepare for future adjustments in New York State mandates, healthcare costs, and other mandatory expenses. This budgeting approach also evaluates major capital improvement projects so that the implementation of such of these projects is included in future operating budgets. The town of Penfield has earned a A1 credit rating from Moody's Investment Service, one of the highest in the county and the state. This rating and reputation allows Penfield to secure low-interest financing for our capital projects and assists with cash flow throughout the year. The Moody's rating also reflects Penfield's history of stable financial operations and strong management practices. Because of the town's fiscal responsibility, Penfield's property tax rate remains one of the lowest of the 19 towns in Monroe County. Protecting the environment and the taxpayers. In 2010, the town board established an Energy and Environmental Advisory Committee to build upon decades of work by the town to adopt practices that benefit both the environment and taxpayers alike. Town leadership has long understood that responsible stewardship of the environment results in fiscally sound decisions for taxpayers. The two go hand in hand. The EEAC focuses on reducing consumption of energy and resources, use of renewables, environmental stewardship, and following public policy and opportunities. The town board is committed to working closely with the EEAC to identify practices and opportunities to manage our impact on environment in ways that deliver value to our taxpayers. And finally, providing timely and factual communications. The quality of life in Penfield benefits from open communication and respectful dialogue throughout our community. The town board is committed to sharing timely and accurate information with the residents and the media outlets. Informed citizens who follow, consider, and act upon fact-based information contribute to a meaningful community discourse and effective involvement with their local government. The town board encourages all Penfield constituents to rely on www.penfield.org, Penfield TV, and the town's official social media accounts for direct, fact-based information. The board also urges citizens to attend and participate in these town board meetings. At a time when social media platforms make it easy to publish, consume, and share inaccurate and opinion-based content, it's critical for an informed public to responsibly choose its sources. And there, Madam Supervisor and Town Board, is our Penfield's core beliefs.
Thank you, Councilperson Draw. That was very helpful to have that reviewed every year. Is there any discussion by board members? No. Okay, seeing none, may we have a roll call vote?
Cinti.
Aye.
Draw.
Aye.
Cole.
Aye.
Lee.
Aye.
Ockenden.
Aye.
5 ayes.
Thank you. Wait just a moment. Before we get to the next round, I did forget to mention that you'll see a change this year from previous years with regard to our organizational meeting. Because we have a 40% change in the town board, it's not just myself, but also Board Member Lee, the board decided that we wanted to just slow down a little bit. We talk about that wait, what, to fully understand something. And so we are going to table all committee appointments and reappointments for most of the committees today at the organizational meeting, so that'll be a change. All we want to do is just take a moment to review that, make sure that our committee structure is the way we want, and review our selection process, and we will bring them up to another meeting in the future. Thank you.
I'll read them, just so you know what's being tabled. 31, appointments to the Planning Board. 32, appointment of chair to the Planning Board. 33, appointment to Zoning Board of Appeals. And appointment of chair to the Zoning Board of Appeals is number 34.
And I'd like to make a motion to table those, please.
I second.
Okay, any discussion by board members? All right, roll call vote.
Cinti.
Aye.
Draw.
Aye.
Cole.
Aye.
Lee.
Aye.
Ockenden.
Aye.
5 ayes.
Thank you. Public Works.
Public Works. Number 35, naming of landscape consultant to the town of Penfield. 36, setting sewer entrance fees for 2022. 37, authorization to sign a beaver trapping agreement with Don C. Newcomb. 38, purchase of a 2023 International HX 620 10-wheel dump truck with plow and wing. 39, purchase of two 2023 International HV 607 6-wheel dump trucks, that's 6-wheel dump trucks with plow and wing. Number 40, purchase of a 2023 International HV 607 10-wheel truck with Vector equipment. That's it for this first batch.
Thank you. I move for the adoption of the resolutions 22T-35 through 40 as just read, noting for the record that the purchase of the equipment have already been allocated from the 2021 and 2022 budgets respectively.
I'll second that.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any discussion amongst the board members? Seeing none, may I have a roll call vote, please?
Cinti.
Aye.
Draw.
Aye.
Cole.
Aye.
Lee.
Aye.
Ockenden.
Aye.
5 ayes. Tabled items are 41, appointments to Conservation Board, 42, appointment of chair to the Conservation Board, 43, appointments to the Energy and Environmental Advisory Committee, 44, appointment to Historic Preservation Board, 45, appointment of chair to Historic Preservation Board, and 46, appointments to Watershed Management Committee.
For reasons described earlier, I would again move that we table the appointments to the Conservation, Energy and Environmental Advisory, and the Historic Preservation, Watershed Management Committees and their respective chairs.
Do I have a second?
Oh, second, I'm sorry. Second.
Thank you.
I second. I'm sorry, Pat.
Any discussions by board members? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Cinti.
Aye.
Draw.
Aye.
Cole.
Aye.
Lee.
Aye.
Ockenden.
Aye.
5 ayes.
Thank you very much. Public Safety.
Number 47, appointment of town veterinarian. 48, court enforcement officer appointments. 49, authorization of temporary assignment of judges.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion by the board? Okay, seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Cinti.
Aye.
Draw.
Aye.
Cole.
Aye.
Lee.
Aye.
Ockenden.
Aye.
5 ayes. And then the tabled item is number 50, appointments to the Transportation Committee.
I'll make a motion to table those appointments to Transportation Committee.
Second.
Any discussion by the board members? Roll call vote, please.
Cinti.
Aye.
Draw.
Aye.
Cole.
Aye.
Lee.
Aye.
Ockenden.
Aye.
5 ayes.
Thank you so much. Community Services.
Number 51, authorization for supervisor to sign contract for Dayton Corners School Coordinator.
And?
Well, we're going to do it separate because of 54, we have 253 before.
Okay.
You keep them in order. That's fine.
So moved.
Second.
This is to reappoint Barb Quinn as our Dayton's Corners School Coordinator. She's been with us quite a few years and done an excellent job.
Thank you so much. Any other discussion by board members? Roll call vote.
Cinti.
Aye.
Draw.
Aye.
Cole.
Aye.
Lee.
Aye.
Ockenden.
Aye.
5 ayes. The tabled ones are 52 and 53. 52 is appointment of Local History Room Advisory Committee, and 53 is appointments to the Trails Committee.
I move that the appointment to the Local History Room Advisory Committee and the Trails Committee be tabled.
I'll second that.
Any discussion by board members? Seeing none, may I have a roll call vote?
Cinti.
Aye.
Draw.
Aye.
Cole.
Aye.
Lee.
Aye.
Ockenden.
Aye.
5 ayes.
Thank
And then
you.
we have one more community service, and that's number 54, and our last one, and that is appointments to the library board.
So moved.
Second.
And that is, this is to appoint Melissa Bowie and Brent Howley to the library board for the terms expiring 2026. And the reason why this is different than the others is because the library board is different than any of the other boards in the town. They appoint themselves pretty much. The Board of Trustees chooses who they have serve on their boards, and we confirm them. So that's why this is different than the others.
Thank you for the explanation. Is there any discussion by board members? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Cinti.
Aye.
Draw.
Aye.
Cole.
Aye.
Lee.
Aye.
Ockenden.
Aye.
5 ayes.
Great. Moving on, is there any old business before the board? Okay, any new business before the board? All right, and we come to our second opportunity for public participation. Again, there are 3 ways to participate. The first is in person. You can also call in at 340-8771, or you can reach us through penfield.org. And I'm guessing since nobody entered the room, there's probably nobody who is registered to speak, right, Amy?
That's correct.
Okay. Is there anyone in the audience? Okay. Let me just check the phone. I see nothing, and I see nothing online. Great. Okay. There is no executive session after the meeting. I do want to announce that the next legislative meeting is January 19th. We have a work session a week from today, January 12th. Before we adjourn, I would like to thank PCTV, the Facilities and Security Department, Lisa Grosser, and the department heads for all their help in getting ready for tonight's meeting. I'd also like to thank the town clerk. I know you had quite a bit of reading to do today. The meeting is now adjourned. Thank you so much. Stay healthy.